We're going to have one. Sorry, can I see here? I think we're going to have three paragraphs. Oh no, sorry, it's 4. Yes. So let's start with the first one. First, I needed to listen, and then we're going to have the questions.
Page 25. 5. Listening. Listen. Page 24. 4. Conversation. Unit 2. Rags to Riches. Pages. Listen and discuss.
Amancio Ortega. Worth $31 billion. Industry: retail clothing. Country of citizenship: Spain. Amancio Ortega is the founder and chairman of a company that owns many stores, including the enormously popular international clothing store, Zara. Now Spain's richest man, Ortega is the son of a railroad worker and had no formal higher education. When Ortega was 13, he worked as a delivery boy for a shirt maker and later became the manager of a clothing store. He began making clothing in his living room and selling it to local stores. Ortega had an ability to predict what styles were going to be popular and to create these styles with inexpensive materials. In 1975, Ortega opened his first Zara store. Zara gained a reputation for selling designer fashions at reasonable prices. Today, Ortega's company has more than 4,000 stores in 71 countries.
Sheikh Abdul Latif Jamil. Worth $5.1 billion. Industry: business. Country of citizenship: Saudi Arabia. A great philanthropist and prominent businessman, Mohammed Abdul Latif Jamil, president of ALJ, runs one of the world's largest car dealerships, with operations in the Middle East, UK, Central Asia, and China. A leading figure in corporate social responsibility, he has initiated a series of initiatives against poverty and has contributed greatly to the government's Saudiization program in the kingdom by promoting thousands of jobs every year through the ALJ community services programs. Abdul Latif Jamil is an MIT alumni, member of the Board of Trustees, and dedicated supporter of the Abdul Latif Jamil Poverty Action Lab, JPAL. He has been named Saudi Volunteer of the Year for 2012 in recognition of the services offered by the ALJCI in Saudi Arabia and the rest of the Arab world. Li Keqiang. Worth $26.5 billion. Industry: business. Country of citizenship: China. Li was born into an impoverished family in China in 1928. When he was 15, his father died, forcing Li to leave high school so that he could work to support his family. He took a job in a plastics company where he would work 16 hours a day. At this company, Li used to assemble plastic flowers. By 1950, Li had started his own plastics manufacturing company. His company prospered, which led Li to expand his business into many different fields. However, his successes are not all monetary. Li Keqiang has a reputation for being honest and generous. In fact, he is one of Asia's most prominent philanthropists and has announced plans to donate 1/3 of his wealth to charity. Stephen Paul Jobs, 1955 to 2011. Worth $8.3 billion. Industry, computer design. Country of citizenship, U.S. Stephen Paul Jobs was born in 1955 and adopted into a working-class family. He grew up in what later became Silicon Valley. He dropped out of college because he could not afford to pay his tuition. In the late 70s, he co-founded Apple with Steve Wozniak and others, and proceeded to develop and market the first successful lines of personal computers. He eventually resigned from Apple over an argument with the board of directors in 1984 and founded Next. Apple's buyout of Next in 1997 brought Jobs back to Apple as its CEO. He was the largest individual shareholder of the Walt Disney Company and a member of the board. Jobs was admired by many for his entrepreneurial skills, his foresight, and his ability to create and support products that were both functional and aesthetically pleasing.
Okay, so did you understand the whole passage, the idea of the whole passage? Yes, Thalith?
Yes.
Yes. So we're going to start and have questions for each paragraph. Now we have the first one. He is the owner of what store? A very famous store. What is it?
Zara.
Yes, Zara. Are you familiar with the store Zara? How, Thalith? You're familiar with the store? Yes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need other people to participate. Okay, so he is the ownership of this store. Now, what was Ortega's job when he was 13? What do you think?
Can I answer?
Yes, Ragad, you can.
He worked as a delivery boy for a shirt marker
Yes,
maker for a shirt maker, and later became the manager of a clothing store.
very good. So when he was 13, can you imagine he worked as a delivery boy for a shirt maker, and then he became one of the richest people in the world. Number two, what ability Ortega had? He had different ability than any other businessman. Yes, Thalith. Yes, Thalith, what do you think? So what ability Ortega had?
Can I answer?
I need Jude. Yes, Jude? Jude, can you hear me? Can you turn on your mic? Okay, so no participation for Jude. عندما أنادي اسمك يا ثالث لا تردين، هذا يعني أنه الحصة شغالة والصوت مغلق، يعني فقط هكذا تسجيل حضور. هذا لا ينفع، يعني حصلتي على 5 درجات الحضور، لا تحصلين على 5 درجات المشاركة. أوكي. ريما؟ Yes, Rima.
نعم معلمة أسمعك.
Yes. So what do you think ability Ortega had in order to be very successful? It's written in the text. He had an ability. Yes.
واجه ما نعرف الإجابة.
It's in this area. The last 5 lines.
Ability to
Yes.
predict what
Predict. Yes.
styles were
What's
going to be popular and to create these styles with
inexpensive.
inexpensive materials.
Thank you so much. Very good. So the ability that he had and that this ability had make this his stores very popular and very famous is that he guess what styles were going to be popular, and then he create them with inexpensive materials, meaning that he create them with cheap materials. Okay. Do you know the meaning of predict? What is the meaning of predict, Thalith? Hello? What is the meaning of predict? He had the ability to predict what stars were going to be popular. So he what? I just said the word, ya Thalith. So he guessed the meaning. He guessed, he guessed what styles were going to be popular.
تنبؤ.
Yes, thank you, Rima. Thank you. Can you say it again in Arabic?
تنبؤ.
Yes, so this is the meaning of the word predict. You can write the meaning in your book, ya Thalith. In which year he opened his first Zara store? In which year? Yes, Rafif? Or
in 1975.
can you say your name, please?
Rafif.
Yeah, yes, Rafif. So in
75.
Yes, in 1975, Ortega opened his first Zara store. Okay, now let's move on to the next businessman, who is what? Do you know Muhammad Abdul Latif Jamil? Yes, Thalith? What is his industry? He work in what? In clothing, like Ortega? Yes, Thalith, can you please answer me?
He was a businessman.
Very good. He was businessman, so all his wealth come from what? From business. Okay, now here we have the word a great philanthropist. What is the meaning of this word? Philanthropist. It means what? There is something that Abdul Latif Jamil is very famous of in Saudi Arabia.
شركة عبد اللطيف جميل.
Yes, he has his company. Now, do you know his the jobs that he provide to people? Some people, if they want a job, they go to what? To Abdul Latif Jamil company, and they bring their CV and they give it there, and then this company gives them what? A job, right? Okay. Jamil runs one of the world's largest what? The thing that he started his business with. Yes, Rahaf?
Car dealership.
Very good. Car dealership. This is his first thing in business. He starts with cars, and then he becomes the one that gives people jobs, and he has this company for that. How he created initiatives against poverty. Do you know the meaning of poverty? Khalid, what is the meaning of poverty? When people don't have anything to eat, anything to wear, so this is what?
Poor.
Yes, for being poor. Thank you so much, Rafif. So, how Abdul Latif Jamil created initiatives against poverty? He is one of the people, or one of the businessmen in Saudi Arabia who works against poverty. By doing what? Yes, Maria, do you know the answer?
لا.
Okay, I will give you a minute to read. What is the thing that Abdul Latif Jamil did against poverty? Yes, Maria. So I will help you. He has created a series of initiatives against poverty by doing what? Yes, Maria. By by promoting. Can you see, Maria? Can you complete?
by
Promoting.
promoting thou
Thousands
sound of jobs every year
yeah,
through the
the ALJ
ALJ
community.
community
Yes.
service
Services. Yeah.
services programs.
Very good. Thank you so much. So, how he created any initiative against poverty? As we said, by promoting thousands of jobs, many jobs every year through the ALJ community, through the what? Abdul Latif Jamil community. Okay? Okay, now let's move on to the next one. We have Li Ka-shing. What was his industry? He worked in
Business.
what? Yes, thank you so much. In business. Now, what was the country of citizenship? He was from where?
China.
Yes, thank you, Rahab, from China. Now, why Li left school when he was young? Why do you think he left school?
Because his father's died.
Thank you so much, Jude. Excellent. So because his father died, that's why he left school. What he used to do in his first job? He used to do what? Yes, Bayadir?
Company.
Yes, Bayadir?
Yes, teacher.
Yes. Now, what Li Ka-shing used to do in his first job? He used to what?
Listen, this used to
Very, very good.
as the assembly
Assemble. Very good.
plastic
Yeah, plastic.
flowers.
Yes, very good. Thank you so much, Bayadir. So he used to what? To assemble plastic flowers. Do you know the meaning of assemble? Assemble means that he used to collect them and take them. And then, what reputation Lee has? Then he owned his plastic manufacturing company. He has his own plastic company. Now, as a businessman, what reputation Lee has? Do you know the meaning of reputation?
Yes.
Which means?
Being honest.
Yes, Jude, for being honest and for being what?
Generous.
Generous. What is the meaning of generous?
Kareem.
Yes, thank you so much, Rahaf. Thank you, Jude. So, for being honest and generous. Now, let's move on to the last one that we have, who is what? Steve Jobs. Now, why did Steve Jobs leave Apple's company in the late, why he left, he co-works or he co-founded Apple with his friend whose name is? He co-founded, meaning that he's not the only one who is the manager of Apple. No, he co-founded with someone else, which his name is?
Steve.
Yeah. Steve Wozniak. So this is his friend. Now, did Steve Jobs stays in Apple, or he what? In 1984, he had
He
something.
eventually resigned from Apple.
Yeah,
Recently.
he resigned because of an
Argument with the board of directors.
Thank you so much. Because of an argument with the board of directors, he left the company, he left Apple and founded what? What is the name of his company?
Next.
Yes, he founded Next, but then Apple's buy out Next, and then Steve Jobs comes what? The CEO. What is the meaning of CEO? CEO stands for what? Yes, he is the manager of this company. Okay. Now, what do we have here? Let's see, Tarith, together. You're going to have the new vocabulary that we have here. Excelled. What is the meaning of excelled? Guess ثالث. What is the meaning of excelled? Being what? Successful or not successful?
Be successful.
Yes, thank you so much. Being successful. Impoverished. What is the meaning of impoverished? The same thing as
Emperor what?
impoverished. The same thing as poverty, which means what? Being
Poor.
Yes, being poor. Thank you. Philanthropist, which means like Abdul Latif Jamil, like the Chinese man. Philanthropist.
Businessman.
A businessman who is what? Not all businessmen are philanthropists. Businessman who is very generous. Yeah. A businessman who gives too much, we call him a philanthropist. So a businessman who is very generous. Okay, can you write that down? Right. The next word, what is the meaning of prominent? Yes, that is. What is the meaning of prominent?
Important or famous.
Yes, important or famous. Reputation?
Summa.
Yes, reputation is what people knows you from. Now, number one, not only was Jake an excellent student in high school, but he in sports as well. What do you think?
It's either the first one or the one under the first one.
It is excelled. So not only was Jake an excellent student in high school, but he excelled in sport as well, meaning that he was also successful in sport. Do you agree on that, Saleh?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Can you please write that down in your book? Now, he has A for being one of the greatest doctors in the field of neurosurgery.
Reputation.
Thank you, Rahaf. Reputation, this one. So please write that down. My professor is a economist who is often quoted in magazines. So
Philanthropist.
yeah,
Philanthropist. What?
philanthropist.
Yes.
Yes, so my professor is a philanthropist economist who is often quoted in magazines. Thank you. The charity I donate to helps to build schools in areas. What do you think?
Impoverished.
Yes, thank you. Impoverished areas, meaning that poor areas. The last one, businessman and Sulaiman al-Rajhi gives millions of dollars to charities each year. I think there is a mistake. I think we would write, my professor is prominent economist who is often quoted in magazines. And for the last one, I think we should write businessman and philanthropist Sulaiman al-Rajhi. Do you agree on that, Thalith?
Sure.
Yes, we agree.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so we're done for today. I need you, please, to prepare yourself for tomorrow in order to participate more, ya Thalith. We're going to have the grammar of used to or be used to. I think you're familiar with that. And repeated action in the past. Okay, just have a look. You don't have to study. Just have a look in order to know maybe you're going to ask me a question or maybe you want to participate. Remember that we have here, or as you can see, we have exercises. So prepare yourself. Okay? Do you have any question?
No, thank you.
No, teacher.
Thank you so much for attending and participating. Have a nice day.